Hi everyone, welcome to class. I'm Kate, I am an English teacher here on Verbling. And today's class is for intermediate students. It's a speaking focused class. And the title of today's class is Talk for a Minute, because that's essentially what I'll be asking each of you to do. So the way this works is I will give you a random topic, and you just sort of have to speak for 1 minute. I'll be timing you on the spot. So it's to practice fluency, especially for those of you who are preparing for some sort of, English exam where they do test your speaking. So hi, Abimelech.
Hello teacher, how are you?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm very well.
Good. Are you happy it's almost the weekend?
Yes. Today's
Yes.
yes.
It's good, right? Do you have plans?
Yes. I have planned to learn English all the day.
Do you have plans to spend all weekend learning English?
Yes.
Okay, good for you. Very dedicated.
Yes.
And hello, Ollie.
Hi, Kate.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Pretty good, thanks. What are you doing this weekend? Do you have plans?
I think I'm going to work at this weekend.
You're going to work?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
might
I
be.
feel like you work a lot on weekends.
No, actually, I didn't work last maybe 2 weeks.
Right, you were on vacation.
I had a vacation and my work, how to say, grow up. I have something I have to do.
Your work piled up.
Yeah, piled up, and I have to complete something, and that's why I'm going to work
Okay.
this weekend.
Okay. All right, good. Well, at least, you're refreshed from your vacation.
Yeah.
And who else is here? William?
Yes, Caitlin, how are
Hi.
you?
I'm
Hi,
doing well. How are you?
I'm pretty well.
Good. William, where are you calling from?
I am calling from Colombia.
From Colombia. Very cool. Nice. And how long have you been studying English?
Uh, 2 months ago.
So, for 2 months. Okay, great. Well, very nice to have you here.
And I feel I am being on and off for 1 year more.
Good. Well, I'm happy that you're on right now.
Thank you.
Okay. And hello, Shafar.
Hello. Hello,
How are
teacher.
you?
I am fine. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I can hear you. Uh-huh.
I forgot.
Good. Shafar, where are you calling from?
I'm coming from Indonesia.
From Indonesia. Very cool.
Yes, the Jakarta. Yeah.
Nice. And how long have you been studying English?
I've been studying English for maybe and one and a half year.
1.5 years.
Yeah.
Great. Cool. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, who else is here? Let's see. Hi, Ahmed.
Hello, Catherine.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. What about you?
Doing well, thank you. It's a sunny day here in Barcelona.
That's good to
So
know.
I'm
Here
happy.
in Egypt.
What's that?
I'm happy. It's here. It's sunny day here in Egypt as well.
It's sunny in Egypt as well. Yeah, I'm taking advantage before it gets colder.
That's right.
And good. And hello, Emmanuel.
Hello, Caitlin. Hello,
How are
everyone.
you today?
Fine, thanks. What about you?
I'm doing well, thank you. And
Great.
hi, Francisco.
Hi, Kathleen.
How are you?
Fine, and you?
Good, thanks. Okay, so welcome to class. Nice to see a lot of returning students. And to those of you who I have not had in class before, it's very nice to meet you all. My name is and I am in English in the United States. I like to do a lot of speaking classes, to practice fluency. I think it's very important. And today's class is called Talk for a Minute. And can anyone guess what the activity we'll be doing today is?
Talk for a minute.
Yes, okay, exactly. Good. All right, so what you'll be doing, I'll give you a random topic, okay? So you won't necessarily have that much preparation. And I'll say, okay, go, and you have to speak for 1 minute on that topic. So sometimes it might not be a topic that you really love, and instead of asking for a new one, what you should do is, just try to make it into something you can talk about, right? The important thing is to keep talking for that whole minute, and I'll let you know if you still have some remaining time. And so this kind of activity is good practice in general, right? For just when you travel to a foreign country, you're sometimes put on the spot if you have to interact with native speakers for test preparation, right? So those of you who are taking something like the IELTS or the Cambridge exams, right? You need to have this skill, right, to be able to sort of think quickly and to embellish your stories a little bit if necessary. So that's sort of what's on the agenda for today. Are there questions?
No,
Okay.
by my side.
Good. And one thing I want you to do while your classmates are doing their 1 minute talks is listen very carefully, because I'm going to ask the rest of the class for feedback. Sorry. So this is a constructive class, right? You should be sort of listening to what your classmates do well and to what they maybe could work on a little bit. And so really being helpful to one another. So active listening. And welcome, Amr. Okay, I don't know if you can hear me, but Amr, nice to have you in class. Okay, so which brave student would like to go first?
Okay, me.
Okay, I'm not surprised. I feel like Ollie always has to go first. He's always the guinea pig. Okay. All right. So the way this works, I want you to choose a number from 1 to 20. And I will give you a random topic based on that number.
Your voice a little bit strange, a kind of echo.
Okay. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's okay.
That's better, okay. Yeah, so I'm just going to choose, I want you to choose a random number, and I'll give you a topic based on that number.
Okay, maybe 13.
13, okay. All right, so Ali, I want you to talk for a minute about your goals, either short-term or long-term. Okay, and your minute starts now.
Okay. My goal is I am an accountant right now. Maybe 2 years later, I have to if I have to, I want to improve my profession, I have to pass an exam, and I will study lesson, and I will enter that exam, and uh, uh, it will be better career for me, maybe in 2 or 3 years. Then I want to make much money and travel uh, different countries. Uh, yeah, I don't want to work very hard the rest of my life, and I want to see different countries and different people and different cultures, and quite a simple life
Good,
in my rest of my life.
good, great. A minute and 20 seconds. Very nice, Ollie. Okay, so it sounded like at the beginning you didn't really know what to say, and then by the end you seemed comfortable. Is
Yeah,
that
I don't
true?
know how to explain that my profession is different. You have to how to say, you want to rise your level in this profession, you have to pass some exams.
Oh, okay, so you could say my professional goals are depend on my profession, which is a little bit different, and
Yeah.
to I guess get promoted in my profession or to obtain a better position, I have to pass certain exams.
Yeah,
That's how
it's
I
not a position, you know,
would express
if
it.
I need some certificate to make my job, do my job, some certificate, accounting certificate, and it's better job, a kind of accounting, but you doing some bigger companies jobs, you know?
Yeah. So you can
You
say
need,
you take an exam to get qualifications to have a position with more responsibilities that pays better, right? More or less.
the same, I think, other countries. That's why I don't know the name.
Okay. All right. I mean, we have something similar, I know, in the US. If you are in accounting, you take a series of exams and get sort of more certifications, and then you end up in a higher position, basically. Like a certified public accountant, the CPA. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, good work, though, I think. Class, do you have any comments for Ali?
Wish good luck for maybe.
Okay, so no comments, that's fine. I think you did a very nice job, even though you sort of didn't know how to explain it at the beginning. All right, who wants to go next?
Let me.
All right, Shafar, choose
Yeah.
a number
What number? From what to
from 1 to 20.
20? I like the first one.
1. Okay, so Shafar, I want you to talk for a minute about something you used to do as a child.
All right. Mm, right now.
Yes, go.
Okay. Uh, I think when I grew up as a child, I always playing football, or maybe I'm so remember that my father give me a train like what kind of sound like that? Mm, and yes, and I'm grow up in my city. It's called Parepare. And then I feel like so glad and happy to play with my with friend in child. I in at when I'm child, I always play. I always uh, move to one place to another because mm, because my father is still still has a job, still have to move to other place because their responsibility to company, and that makes me a little bit stressed. But I think when I think uh, it's good because my family always support me to play. And they give me a game, and then bring my cousin to my home so that I'm not alone or feel lonely before I got a friend in that place. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, good. So, about 2 minutes actually. Really nice, Shafar.
Yes,
I think
thank you.
you spoke quite fluently. You seemed again a little bit hesitant in the beginning, like you didn't know how to approach the topic, but it
Yeah.
really sort of picked up. One thing I would say is watch out with your verb tenses, right? So, were we talking in this case about the future, the present, or the past?
Oh yeah. I have a little problem with that.
With
Yeah,
tenses?
yeah. I have just not learned English for a while because I'm
Okay.
entering the college.
Okay, I got it. So I would say what what you so there we were talking about the past, right? Sorry, it's a bit loud out there. There we were talking about the past, and so just making sure you're using the simple past tense, or even the past with used to. But other than that, I thought it was well done. Any comments from the class? Okay, so no one wants to tell each other what they think. All right, no problem. But good work, Shafar. Who would like to go next?
I am I am gone.
Okay, who was that?
William.
William. Okay, William. Great. So choose a number.
9.
9. Okay. Give me a second. Talk for a minute about your favorite food and the typical cuisine of your country.
Okay, my favorite food is pasta, spaghettis, fusilli, lasagna. It's Italian food. It's my best, my favorite food. I prefer than another. In my country, the food, the typical food is is very condimented with typical typical herbs, plants, um, soups. The soups are special. In my country, in only one soup, you can found a lot of ingredients. For example, potatoes, evas. It's a lot of ingredients in only one and a meat. I love the pork. Is my favorite meat.
Okay. Good. Good. About a minute and 15 seconds. Okay, so William, was this topic easy or difficult?
No, it is easy.
It was easy, right? I think for
Yeah.
most people, it's easy, especially if you know a lot about the cuisine of your country and you like it a lot. I think, be careful again with tenses. You had some sort of slips, but in general, I think very well done, very informative. And try to think of, when you're doing these talks, try to vary your language. So think about, in this case, we were looking at preferences, right? I like this, but I don't like that, whatever. Try to think of different ways you can express your preferences. So,
Okay.
yeah, so can anyone think of some other ways to say I like,
I rather.
I'd rather,
I prefer.
Um,
I prefer,
no.
or you can even say I find da 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 delicious, right? So I find pork delicious, but I'm not so into chicken, whatever, right? So just try to think of different ways you can vary the structures you're using. But
Okay.
great work.
Thank you.
Okay, who would like to go next?
Me.
Okay, who is me?
Emmanuel.
Okay, Emmanuel. All right, choose a number.
7.
7. Okay. Talk for a minute about your favorite place to travel.
Okay. I think my favorite place to travel will be Italy or some place like that, some old country. uh, I'd like to go to the bills of one of the countries in Europe. I don't like the cities. I don't like to visit the cities and all the historical buildings and all those stuff. I like to know. I like to know the country itself, the small towns, uh, the fields, the I don't know. Maybe in Italy, know the this island. Uh, did you see the Godfather picture there where they come from? I like to. I don't remember the name, but I like to visit that town and see how it is. And well, I think it would be great to go on a train there, or in car in the road in and visit small towns and um, I don't know, maybe uh, stay there for some time, not just visit for 1 or 2 weeks.
Good.
Stay there
Okay.
for 6 months or 2 years. I don't know.
Good. Excellent. Okay. So again, I think travel is a fun topic, right? It's if you like to travel, it's easy to talk about. I think that was very well done, Emmanuel. You're soft-spoken. I think you seem a little bit shy with speaking English, but you shouldn't be. Is that true?
Well, yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. No. No. You should. You speak well. You should be confident. So I think. What was I going to say? Talking about transportation. Um, so we don't say travel in train or in bus. Does anyone know what preposition we use?
On train.
You can be on a train. We say travel by. So
Okay,
you
Right.
about that.
travel by train, travel by bus, by plane. So just a small thing, but prepositions in English can be quite difficult, or in any foreign language.
Okay, thanks.
Good. All right. Who would like to go next?
Me, Abimelech.
Okay, Abimelech. Choose a number.
Number 8.
I think someone chose. Yeah, someone chose 8. Choose another number.
Okay, 12.
Someone also chose 12.
5.
5. Okay. Okay. Talk for a minute about something you've heard recently in the news.
The news.
Okay? So about something you've heard recently in the news. And go.
Recently, I heard a news on the internet, and it was about cheat fund company. Uh, this company actually is a private limited company, and uh, it collects money from people and promises to give double double of that money after some years. Uh, so many people put their money uh, on that company, and recently I heard that that company closed, and didn't return the money uh, to investors, and I also heard that many uh, government ministers also were involved in that company, and um, and the news is current, and I don't know the conclusion.
Okay. No problem. Good. Yeah, very nice. Okay, so well over a minute, right? Over a minute and a half. I think I heard most of what you were saying. There was a bit of an echo, which Ahmed noticed as well. But yeah, that was very informative. I think it's it's good to read the news in another language if you can, right? Because you always have something to talk about, right? So when you have to make small talk, so casual conversation with someone in English, you know, light news stories, nothing too political or uh, uh, contentious, are great topics, and I think you picked an interesting one. And Abimelech, do you like to read the news?
Mm, uh, Actually, I don't like reading, but I watch on the internet.
You watch on the internet.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Good. All right. So very nice work. Are there any comments from the rest of the class? Okay, great.
Uh,
With,
which country was it? The company?
good question. Which company was it? Ali asks.
In which country?
In which country?
I didn't understand.
Oh yeah, it was in India.
India. It's very common in my country. That's why I asked.
Okay.
It's very
And
Some,
common.
yeah, some companies make some promises and gather the money from people and disappear for after a
Really?
while. Yeah.
Okay. That's not that's not good.
Yeah.
So you're saying this wouldn't really be news, or it would be news for you, Ali?
What?
So you're saying it's common in your country, so it wouldn't really be newsworthy?
No, it's news. People talk
It's
about
news.
that.
It's news. Okay.
Yeah. When I say common, but not all the time. Maybe once a year, once in 2 or 3 years.
Okay. Got it. Got it. Okay. Great. Good. And I think I encourage you to ask follow-up questions like Ali did, since all of you seem reluctant to sort of comment on your classmates' speaking abilities, or give them criticism or feedback. I think it would be good for you to try to ask a question to get your classmate to share a little extra information. So again, listening critically. All right, nice work, Abimelech. And who would like to go next?
I think I'm the only one here.
Okay.
I'm the only one who got left. All
Okay,
right.
Ahmed. Choose a number.
I got left. How many numbers left? I'm left.
I think there are like 13 or 14 left.
14. Okay, choose for me.
All right, I'll choose for you. Okay. Let's see. Talk for a minute. Sorry, 1 second. Talk for a minute about your friends and hobbies. What do you do for fun?
My friends and hobbies. Okay. For fun. I meet my friends after work every day. We go to a cafe. Spending time together, listening to each other, solving each other's problems, and if there's any time left, we might have dinner together or go to a movie. So that's about my friend. And this is about having fun as well. All right. Anything after work considered fun. Okay, as long as it's out the frame of work. And my hobbies are swimming. I like swimming, and I'm not a big fan of football. I spend time on role playing. I think this is one of my hobbies. And speaking, yeah, I like speaking so much. And watching movies a lot. Like I watched all the 2014 movies. I watched all the movies of this year so far. So yeah, that's all about my hobbies actually.
Okay, good. Just over a minute. Just over a minute. Very nice. And do you like to watch movies in English?
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah,
okay, good. It's a good way to learn.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
And you said you like speaking in which language?
Of course, in my native language and the English language. Yes.
In your native language?
Yes, of course. I live in our country.
Speaking about what? Gossiping or?
Where from, Ali? Where from?
I'm from Turkey.
Turkey, that's good. I thought that you are from one of the Middle East countries. But yes, yeah, of course, I use it speak my language in my daily life. And I only communicate with English in verbally. That's why I find it interesting. And when I watch English movies, actually, yeah, we have something like Movies Club. Like me and my friends are discussing about the recent English movies, and everyone is giving his perspective about this movie. So it's a really fun game. That's
good. And everyone gives Present Simple his perspective. Okay, good. And do you watch the movies with subtitles?
Actually, no, not only legal movies. When I see movies that's all concerning about courts and justice and all the things, I need to see it with subtitle because I think there's a lot of new words or words that I have never met before. So it's really good.
So like more technical language.
Yeah, it's increased my my legal vocab. So it's really interesting.
Okay.
But
Good.
social drama, all the movies, I don't need subtitle to watch it. It's pretty clear.
I used to watch movies with subtitles, but in English.
Okay.
The audio in English and the subtitles in English, in order to see with what words I heard and I didn't know, I could catch or I could learn. So
Yeah,
it's a very good way to improve or increase your vocabulary.
that's actually a really excellent way to practice because, yeah, as you said, it's you learn a lot of vocabulary. It's great because you're hearing and reading English at the same time. Really excellent. And did you learn? I think the vocabulary it helps you learn is vocabulary that we actually use in real life. So kind of more colloquial expressions and things that are maybe more informal, but it's kind of things that native speakers are actually using.
Yeah.
Yeah, good, good. And the rest of you, do you like to watch English movies?
Yes, of course. They are
Yes,
very.
of course.
Good. And
Uh,
Abimelech, what were you saying?
uh, these movies are very good. Actually, especially animation movies.
Do you like animated movies?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Because in animated movies, language is quite simple. Other than classical movies, and I really can't understand other movies.
Okay, so they'll because they're directed more towards children, the language
Yes.
is a little bit simpler.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay. All right,
I
good.
I wa-
Ollie.
I watch movie, not a movie too much, but I like to watch TV shows in English.
Yeah.
You know, like Lost, Prison Break, Revolution, something like that. I usually watch them.
Yeah, that's another great way to practice your English, right? Because also those are really good shows. So if you kind of get hooked on or sort of addicted to one of these series, you forget that you're learning. You just are watching for fun and also learning English. Absolutely. Good. Okay, good. And I think, Amr, would you like to go? You haven't gone yet, I just realized.
Okay, I wanna
Okay,
go.
good. So choose a number.
10.
10. Okay. Talk for a minute about what you did last weekend.
Uh, Actually, I didn't remember what I did yesterday.
You don't remember what you did yesterday.
But I can remember that what I did last weekend because actually what I do always in weekend I I get out with my friends and maybe we can watch movies or uh, um, take a lunch or go shopping. And sometimes we met each other just for studying because uh, all my close friends are in the same field. We are work as a banker, so sometimes we meet each other just for studying masters. Uh, so we ask each other uh, some questions that we find it difficult to understand. So it's not actually meeting for fun, sometimes for serious job. And sometimes I spend weekend at home to improve my English to join Rubbling.
Great.
Because
Good.
English, yes, because English I needed to do
everything to to study my materials in my field because materials in English. So if I spend time learning English, that helped me in studying my materials.
Great.
So
Good. So if you're in business, a lot of times that's true, right? You have a lot
yes,
of things to read in
yeah.
English.
Because here in my country here and my company we use English, but we don't talk in English. You know, all system in English, but in our real life we don't speak in English. We just speak in Arabic. So it's yeah, I find it really hard to find someone to practice speaking with.
So you
So
feel like
I joined Verbling.
it's easier to read than to speak, kind of?
Yes, yes. I
Do the rest of
it's
you feel
easy.
that way?
It's easy for me
Sorry, I interrupted.
to read English and hear English, but to practice speaking is difficult because it's hard to find someone to speak with. Even my
Right,
close
there are
friends,
fewer
they can
opportunities.
speak in English, but um, we don't spend a lot of time speaking English because they don't like the same what I want because they don't want to improve their English. They just want to get better in his studies.
Okay, and so you're doing a master's program.
Yes, MBA.
Okay, an MBA. Okay, got it. Okay, good. And the rest of you, do you feel similarly? Like you feel like written English is much easier to sort of deal with than spoken, like English or oral comprehension?
The only thing, teacher, maybe only speaking. I'm not fluent in speaking because sometimes we are difficult to find a friend for speaking. But about the listening, I think it's not too hard because we all have internet to access the listening section or reading. Like yesterday, I just bought uh, one book in Lexile for TOEFL suggestion to reading, and yeah, things like that. Only for speaking. But right now, I think I feel good because I find a troubling and beautiful teacher to speak and mm, tell uh, my experience. Yeah.
Good, good. Okay, anyone else? All right, so I think now everyone has gone, and we still have some time left. So what I want to do is have you work in pairs, and you're going to still be speaking for a minute, but it will be a dialogue. So you will be having a conversation. So this practice is even more realistic one-on-one interactions in English. So essentially, I'll give you a topic, and you sort of will have to discuss with your partner if you agree or disagree with this statement and why. Okay? So can I have two volunteers go first?
Let me.
Okay? So Shafar, and who will work with Shafar?
Yes, me.
Okay, great. Great, thank you, Ahmed. Okay, so I want the two of you to talk to each other for a minute about the following sentence, this statement, which is, it is cruel, unjust, to keep a cat or a dog in an apartment?
All right.
Okay, go.
Hey, chauffeur. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Ahmed.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm fine. What about you?
Good.
Have you ever consider raising a pet in your house?
In my house, yes, of course. I have a cat to take care of it, but I don't have a dog. So
Uh-huh.
I don't
Cat.
have dog.
Cat is interesting. How long you been raising this cat?
I have just raising this cat for 1 year, 1 year and a half.
That's great. So
Yeah.
are you living by your own, or are you living with family?
Right now uh, I'm living with my family in the past, but right now I just entered the college, so I live with my pets in my home.
Yes. So how did your family react about having a cat in the house?
It's not too bad. I think we have just feeding that pet and then throw their poops. I think that's kind of thing, and then my pet, our pets will um, place to us.
Yes, like
Yeah.
I think no one in the family just agrees for having a cat. Like somebody has allergy from cats. Someone is
Yeah,
afraid of cats. So how did you deal with this?
I deal with this. Yeah, of course, my family has feel destruction with these pets, but mm, to prevent that, I put my pet on outside my home so that
Yeah, it's separated from your house. You
yeah.
have your own place and you. That's
Okay,
it's
I'm
good.
gonna cut you off there. Okay, very nice.
Thank you.
Ahmed, very good conversational skills, right? You really kept things flowing. You sort of asked a lot of questions, right? I think you all had a nice dialogue going on. Shafar, I would have liked to hear some more questions from you, right? So sort of, I know you didn't have too much time to ask them, but saying, yes, I have a cat. What about you? Or what do you think? So making sure that you're both asking each other questions and answering questions, that it's not too one-sided. But really nice job, you two. Um, all right, can we have our next two volunteers?
Okay, I can do it.
Emmanuel?
Yeah.
Okay,
I am on it.
me too.
Okay.
Okay.
Emmanuel and Amr will go now, and then don't worry, we'll have time for more. Okay, so Emmanuel and Amr, I want you to discuss this statement, which is smoking should be banned in all public places.
Oh. Hi, Manuel.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
Fine, thanks.
Okay, what do you think about smoking? First, do you smoke or not?
I smoke sometimes, not that frequent.
Cigarette?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you do it in public or somewhere um, far
Uh,
away to
yeah,
people?
well, I do it in open places. I don't do it in with people next to me. I usually do it when in the designated places to do it. But actually, I don't smoke that much. I think uh, three, three cigarettes a year, not that much. And
Okay.
for example, here in my city, it's yeah, it's forbidden smoke in closed spaces or in restaurants and things like that. You can smoke in open places in the street or in
Uh,
the uh,
it's it is banned for in your country to smoke close to people.
well, yeah, not close to people, but in closed places where, for example, restaurants.
Yeah, it's a nice law because in my country here, I had to be close to people who's smoking because in everywhere you can find people smoking where while you are in on bus or cafe or something like that. And in Middle East we are famous for something like that, smoking or hookah. Uh, and I want to ask you, do you feel angry when
Okay, I'm gonna
someone
stop
is
you actually,
smoking
but
close to you?
Well,
I'm gonna
Because
cut you off there.
you do it.
No
yeah,
more.
that's kind of bothering.
Sorry, there's a delay. But anyway, I'm gonna cut you off there. Um,
Yeah,
very nice. Okay, a great
okay.
2 minute conversation. Really nice. I agree with you, Amr. I remember when I was younger, people used to smoke in restaurants, and I hated it. I hated it. I never wanted to eat when there was smoke nearby. So I think it is
Yeah.
definitely nice that some countries have created those policies.
Because sometimes I have trouble when I back to home and I smelled smoking, and my parents asked me, "Did you smoke?" And I told them no, I were in somewhere, but people surrounded me, they are smoking. So
Right? It wasn't me. It was everyone else.
yes,
Yeah.
and I heard
Okay.
that
Good.
your clothes coat the smoke,
Yeah, they absorb smoke. Definitely. Okay. All right. Let's have another pair of students.
I have. I want it.
Okay. All right. Abimelech, and who would like to go with Abimelech?
I am William.
William. Okay. So William and Abimelech. Um,
Yes.
you have 1 minute or ish, and your statement is sorry. It is reasonable for employers not to give jobs to people with piercings or tattoos.
Piercing and tattoos.
Yeah, so it's reasonable for an employer to say, I don't want to hire that person because he has a piercing or he has a tattoo. Okay, I want you to talk about that topic.
Okay.
All right.
Abimelech. Abimelech.
Yeah.
How are
Yes,
you?
I'm fine. How
Okay.
about you?
I'm fine too. I have a question. Do you have a piercing or tattoo?
No, not at all.
No? In your company
No.
work someone with tattoo or piercing?
Uh, yes. Someone says has tattoos and piercing.
Because in my company I work with a lot of people who who has tattoos and who have tattoos and piercing, and no problem with it. The 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 staff of hiring, there's no problem with it because he or they don't have a restrict characteristics for those for those for those kind of people. Do you know a company or who don't hire because of
Uh, Actually, I haven't heard this kind of thing, but I also agree with you. There should not be any restriction with with the people who have tattoos or piercing, because in my thinking, in my opinion, I think that piercing or tattoos are related to somewhat with culture, and there should not be any kind of restriction. But sometimes it it doesn't match with the office, because office is a place for work, and piercing and tattoos are somewhat for fashion. What do you think about it?
for fashion. I don't know, maybe, but
Stop you there.
okay.
Sorry. Okay. Because we're running out of time, but very good. That was a very, I think, a good back and forth. That was very balanced, your dialogue. So you both asked some good questions and both gave some, good explanations. Um, and let's see, what was I going to say? Can't remember. I was going to say something in response to what Abimelech said, but I don't remember what it was. Okay, and just for someone who asked in the chat box, a piercing is like any earring, or it could be a nose ring. Some people have piercings on their tongue, on their lip, etc. So, talking about this sort of rebellious idea. Okay, so we are just about out of time in today's class. I think all of you did a really nice job. You know, even if you don't feel completely comfortable speaking, from today's class, everyone seemed quite confident, very, fluent. No one had problems speaking for more than a minute. It's not the easiest thing to do in a foreign language. So I think everyone deserves a pat on the back. Very nice work. And if you have any questions,
It's nice
as
class
always,
actually.
sorry, there's such a delay. It's my connection, but thank you. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a message. And otherwise, I hope you all have a nice day, and I hope to see you all soon. So,
Thank
bye-bye.
you, Caitlin. Bye bye.
Bye
See you,
bye.
Ahmed.